The global music industry was shaken tonight as BTS's Jin, one of the most recognized and admired figures in contemporary pop culture, was suddenly seen in the company of an unidentified woman at the high-profile ALO event. The moment was brief yet explosive, a single appearance that has already generated waves of speculation, confusion, and raw emotion across millions of fans worldwide. Who is this mysterious woman? Why did Jin appear beside her in such a critical setting? And most importantly, what does this mean for the idol whose every move has been meticulously followed by a global audience? Eyewitnesses described the scene as nothing short of startling. Jin, known for his rare public appearances outside official BTS-related activities, entered the event in Los Angeles with the poise and calm that has always characterized his image. Yet, the shock came not from his presence, but from the woman who appeared beside him, walking with a sense of confidence that suggested she was not just another guest or a casual acquaintance. Cameras immediately captured the interaction, and within minutes, the footage spread like wildfire across online platforms. ARMY, already hyper-alert to every detail of Jin's public life, erupted with questions that remain unanswered. The mystery deepens with every frame of the photographs and videos circulating online. The woman was dressed elegantly, her appearance polished and deliberate, raising suspicions that this was not a random meeting. Was she an industry insider? A collaborator? Or something more personal? The lack of immediate context has only fueled the storm of theories emerging from fans and analysts alike. Social media platforms became instant battlegrounds of speculation, with users dissecting every angle, gesture, and expression visible in the footage. This is not the first time Jin has been the center of such intense public focus, but the circumstances of this event make it particularly unsettling. ALO, known as a gathering space for influential figures in entertainment, fashion, and culture, is not a casual setting. Jin's presence alone would have been headline-worthy, but appearing with an unknown figure transforms the narrative into something that demands closer scrutiny. The calculated nature of high-profile events means that nothing happens by accident. Why, then, was this moment allowed to unfold under the glaring lights of the media? For ARMY, whose emotional connection to Jin extends far beyond the stage, this sighting has unleashed a torrent of reactions. Some express excitement at the possibility of new collaborations. Others voice concern over the potential implications for Jin's personal and professional life, while a significant portion demand answers that, for now, remain elusive. The emotional tension is undeniable. A community of millions is left in suspense, oscillating between shock, worry, and a deep curiosity that refuses to be satisfied without clarity. Theories began to dominate global trends within minutes. Was this woman connected to an upcoming project? Could she be a brand representative, given the commercial weight of ALO in global fashion and lifestyle markets? Or, more controversially, was this appearance a glimpse into Jin's private life, a side that the public has rarely, if ever, been permitted to see? Each hypothesis carries consequences that ripple through the fandom, the industry, and the broader cultural conversation surrounding the role of idols in balancing professional expectations with human realities. What makes this moment even more electrifying is the absence of any explanatory detail. No official narratives have been attached to the images. No context was provided during the event itself. The silence surrounding the incident only magnifies its significance. In the vacuum of information, speculation grows unchecked, and the stakes rise with each passing hour. The ALO event, which may have intended to highlight art, fashion, and cultural dialogue, has now become the stage for a global mystery centered on one of the world's most influential artists. Observers who were present at the venue described subtle but notable dynamics between Jin and the woman. Their interaction was neither overly casual nor entirely formal. It suggested familiarity, but stopped short of obvious intimacy. These nuances are what make this sighting so tantalizing and so troubling. The ambiguity is perfect fuel for speculation. For an audience as vast and dedicated as BTS's fanbase, even the smallest of gestures can be magnified into major revelations, and this incident offers nothing but unanswered questions. One of the most pressing inquiries raised by ARMY is why Jin chose to appear with this woman now, at this specific event. Timing in the entertainment industry is rarely coincidental. Was this a carefully orchestrated public moment meant to hint at future developments? Or was it an unplanned occurrence that has now spiraled beyond anyone's control? The lack of certainty is what makes the situation so volatile. Each possibility carries its own implications, none of which can be dismissed without further information. The event itself, held under the eyes of some of the most influential figures in global culture, was instantly overshadowed by the image of Jin and his companion. Conversations that were supposed to center on fashion and creativity were quickly replaced by whispers, questions, and debates. Attendees reported feeling the shift in atmosphere as the presence of the BTS star and his mysterious guest became the unspoken centerpiece of the night. Journalists scrambled to capture additional context, but the pair offered no statements, no explanations, only silence and departure as swiftly as they had arrived. This silence is perhaps the most unsettling element of the unfolding story. In a media landscape where every move is analyzed and every rumor scrutinized, the absence of clarification creates an information vacuum. That vacuum is quickly filled by speculation, analysis, and projection. ARMY, known for their relentless dedication, are now piecing together every available clue, searching through event footage, background details, and possible industry connections to identify the woman who has suddenly captured the world's attention. Yet with each unanswered question, the tension only deepens. The global reach of BTS means that this incident cannot be dismissed as a local curiosity. Already, headlines across multiple regions are highlighting the event, framing it as a turning point or a revelation. The cultural weight carried by Jin's image ensures that this will not fade quickly. Instead, it is likely to remain the subject of intense scrutiny until more information surfaces. In the absence of facts, speculation is treated as evidence, and the boundaries between professional analysis and fan-driven theories blur into a singular narrative of collective suspense. This raises broader questions about the expectations placed on global icons like Jin. Can an artist of his stature ever make a public appearance without it being dissected at the most granular level? Is the mystery surrounding this woman a reflection of Jin's personal choices, or simply the inevitable byproduct of his status as one of the most followed individuals on the planet? These questions, while directed at Jin, also reflect on the industry itself, which thrives on both the visibility and the secrecy that defines such moments. For now, the truth remains obscured. The identity of the woman has not been confirmed. The nature of her relationship with Jin, whether professional, personal, or coincidental, remains hidden. What is undeniable, however, is the scale of the reaction. ARMY has mobilized globally, conversations dominate online platforms, and the world waits with bated breath for clarity that may not arrive soon. The ALO event has been transformed into the stage for a narrative that transcends fashion and entertainment, becoming instead a story of mystery, speculation, and emotional upheaval. The impact of this moment cannot be overstated. Jin's presence at the ALO event was always going to attract attention, but the addition of a mysterious woman has elevated the situation into an unprecedented spectacle. Fans, critics, and industry insiders are united in their pursuit of answers, yet divided in their interpretations. Was this a carefully crafted public move, or an unintentional slip into the private world of one of the most guarded artists in music. Until more information surfaces, the world remains suspended in uncertainty, clinging to every image, every frame, every detail that might offer clarity, and so, the question lingers, unresolved and heavy with implication. Who is the woman beside Jin at the ALO event, and why was the world meant to see her now? Until the silence is broken, the mystery will continue to dominate global conversation, keeping ARMY and the industry at large locked in a state of shock, suspense, and relentless speculation.